I hear this cry coming from your heart. God, my beloved God, why God, do we, your children, require comfort? Why are we so uncomfortable as to desperately seek comfort from you? Why such a need for comfort in this world? Why? Because of the pictures you have in your mind. Because of what you have been taught. Because of what you believe to be true. Because of conclusions that the world puts together and perpetrates upon others. Parts of life considered less valuable for silly reasons like physical appearance or family status. Because of how you relate to the physical world and the existence of your body, your guard is up, and your heart goes down, and cruelty became established. Laws helpful to some and not to others were made. Instead of loving all the wonders of the physical world and the beings who make up the world, you feared life for its very temporariness. Individuals tried to make their temporariness permanent. Some elevated themselves by pushing others down. You may not really know what you want, and so you cling. You take the physical life as if it were the whole of life, and that you must protect yourself or be ravaged. Primitive societies came to greater wisdom than you. Closer to the stars and the sun and moon were they. Closer to me and all my glory were they, while more sophisticated groups clung to straight and narrow objective evidence and required proof or made up unsubstantiated theories and held them as truth. The so-called evidence carried more weight than the truth in the human heart, and so was the human heart covered up with facts and figures. Nature was less validated and ignored. Material fact was considered more true, even as material fact often revealed smugness rather than truth. Hearts were torn, and the world became off track. A pretty picture was not even painted. Of course, at the same time, there were always those great and small heroes who saw further and who cared about all beings and opened the world. For the most part, accomplishment became more important than being itself. The heart was downplayed. Conviction of other human beings was easy. Disregard for the reverence of human life and an upsurge of irreverence and the irreplaceable became replaceable. More fear crowded the world. One's body became ultra-important, and the bodily existence of others no longer mattered all that much. The call of the wild took over, and frozen hearts were truncated. Now, life restores itself. There is a great revival of the human heart, and the lion and the lamb lie down together. Kindness and generosity become the good guys. The time for regeneration of the earthly world has come. Selfishness falters, and inclusiveness, not exclusiveness, reigns. More beautifulness to fill the world is arriving every day. Victor and victim will no longer hold name cards. Hierarchy in the world revises itself. The world is becoming lighter-hearted. The world is serving joy for everyone more seriously. The bells of love are chiming. The human heart is recollecting love, and piling it up for all to give and to receive. The idea of ownership fades, and oneness is on the rise. Oneness rallies. The bugles of war grow fainter. War is no longer seen as viable in a world that I created. War never was viable. War was anger's desire. Anger overflowed. Once upon a time, militancy was seen as more fun than peace. My children liked to have a cause, and they liked news to be news. War was entertaining. The goodness of the world is coming into its own. Love is on the rise, and nothing can stop it. Peace has been declared.